October 10th, 2011. This is what we did in class. We started with, since we're starting a new unit over Latin America, the first thing that is going to come up is issues of immigration. So we started with an INS test. Now, this is no longer used, but I had students answer as many of these as they could. There are a total of 100 questions on here. Again, you can pause this. So students answered those, took 15, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. And then after that, I had them get into small groups, actually pairs. And then in those pairs, they had to answer a series of questions, which are here. Now, this 2008 USCIS test is the test that they currently use, which is here. And again, the same situation, and you can pause this if you need to. Students did not have to answer all of these questions, but it was really to look over just in an effort to answer the 5 questions on the PowerPoint. I didn't mean for that to be confusing, but this is what I'm referring to here. These questions. And so they did this in pairs, and then after that we had some housekeeping items. Passes, I'm going to continue to do the 2 passes per 9-week grading period, and then they can turn those in for extra credit, 10 points for one or 25 points for both if they don't leave the class to go to the nurse, go to the restroom, or anything like that, use their passing period appropriately. Late work is not going to be accepted up to the very bitter end like it was. There were hundreds, literally hundreds of assignments that were turned in at the last minute, and that just simply does not help understand the material. It does increase your grade, but it doesn't help understand material, and what we need to do is move away from the grade and move more toward an understanding. And so we're still working out what are the consequences of late work, but some kind of a logical consequence as written in the syllabus will apply. It's not very logical to me that students will turn in the very first assignment on the last day of the grading period. And so it's just something that we need to work on. Also, name, date, and period need to be on every single assignment. It becomes very difficult to grade something if I don't know who did it or what date, what period those things were completed. K206 is not a locker, and what that means is textbooks need to be in your lockers. They should not be in my classroom. If they're in my classroom, I'm not saying it to be a jerk. I'm saying if they're in my classroom and not in your locker, somebody's going to take it and they're going to use it, which is fine. But then they're going to walk out of class with it because they're going to forget that they borrowed somebody else's. They're going to throw it in the bottom of their locker, and then in May, when they're cleaning out their locker, they're going to find 17 geography, history of the world books. So in an effort to not have to pay for a missing book or not have your parents pay for a missing book, please be respectful. Don't use K206 as a locker. In a seating chart tomorrow, you choose your own seats. I think every single class has earned this, so as long as it's not a problem, you sit where you want to sit, and we'll make a seating chart from there. So that's what we did in class. Tomorrow is back to kind of more traditional notes. On Wednesday, we have PSAT, and so the class is going to look a little different than what was planned originally, but I do want you to bring your textbooks on Wednesday. So that's what's going on. If you missed today, you missed a lot.